Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you may be. This is Gwendy from NSTD Studios, and hello, you guys. This is not my usual content, as you can probably tell, at least to those who are not, who are actually frequent visitors of my live streams. Usually, I do like Epic the Musical, or animation, or musicals, and this time around, I'm doing something different. I'm doing, obviously, Hunger Games. Hold on, let me just adjust the music because I think the music might. If the music is too distracting, you guys, please let me know. Or if you can't hear me very well, or if the music is off, just let me know, okay? So let me just go ahead and greet everyone in the chat. There's isn't a lot of us right now because, of course, this is a very spoiler-heavy stream. So I'm guessing that people are either I don't know if the Venn diagram between Hunger Games fans and Epic the Musical fans or any musical fans are intersecting or whatever. But anyway, let me go ahead and greet everyone in the chat. Hello, Kevin20. Smiffles, hello. Okay, let me see. I think this is. I think I need to check. Like, oh, I can't go. I can't scroll back. So I'm just gonna have to greet everyone in the chat that I can physically see right now. So Smiffles, hello. I'm sad I can't join. Ah, I see. Oh, that's too bad. Um, don't worry. This stream will still be up later on. Starseeker, hello. Nicole, hi. So you're gonna have hubby read it first then. Hello, Marco. Madhab, hello. Sunny Rays, hello. Okay, guys. So here's the thing. I'm actually a big reader. Um, like, it's one of my favorite pastimes. At least way back when I had the time to read. Hi Tracy, welcome to the live stream. We just got started. So the thing with me is I've always loved to read ever since I was a kid, and like I've had several holidays and birthdays wherein I would always ask for books. Um, and then I always tend to gravitate towards adventure and, of course, a bit of romance here and there. And with the Hunger Games, it was actually the very first story or book series that I read. Aside from Harry Potter, I stopped um, midway through the series, not just the book. Like I stopped around book five. With the Hunger Games, I'm actually actively still reading this series, reading and listening, because but I read the first trilogy front to back, all, and then I listened to Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes because I really don't have the time to read anymore. So what I tend to do is I multitask, I animate or draw, and at the same time I listen to my audiobooks, and then so that's what happened with Songbirds and Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes, and that's also what happened with Sunrise on the Reaping. So pretty much I just finished listening to Sunrise on the Reaping yesterday, and I have so many thoughts. If you are like me and you're a Hunger Games fan, you should probably know already, or at least have a glimpse of how Haymitch Abernathy um, won the games. He was the winner of the 50th Hunger Games, or the second quarter quell. Um, so every 25 years, there's a quarter quell wherein there's like twice for this quarter quell. I believe there's just twice as many people who are reaped from the kids that are supposed to be reaped into the Hunger Games. Um, and this is a very spoiler heavy stream. I'm gonna be talking a lot of spoilers, and my cousin Julia, aside from being a musical fan, and aside from the person who has been dragging me into musical fandoms left and right, she is also very much a Hunger Games fan. It's one of the things that we enjoy talking about, and she has graciously, thankfully, written a lot of notes. And because the thing with me is I don't really read notes. I mean, not read notes. I don't really write notes when I'm reading. I just read or listen, and then I just internalize. I mean, it's terrible what we went through because he drinks so much. Yes, exactly. He drinks so much. Um, in Catching Fire, we do get to see a glimpse of. We do get to see a glimpse of how he won the games, but so I thought like, okay, Haymitch's story has been told. So I didn't really think that there would be so more to that, but there is just so much more. Um, I don't even know where to start. Well, actually, I do. I have notes here, so I do know where to start. There are a lot of returning characters. By returning characters, like there are not just like cameos or anything, but actual like they actually have they actually make sense in they're actually very well integrated into the plot. I keep really Moist Critical was one of is a minor character in one of the films. Which one? Now we gotta go ahead and look. Oh yeah, yes, Sunny Rays. I really love that BT was always a rebel. Kamalemzi, hello. Kamalemzi, if you're not a Hunger Games fan, or if you haven't read the books, or if you're planning to read the book, this is not the stream to be in because this is a very spoiler heavy stream. We're slowly getting into the spoilers, very slowly. Um, but yeah, Sunny Rays. Oh my gosh, BT storyline. I can't. It's just so. I mean, BT is such an intelligent character, so it makes sense to me anyway that he would see right through the Capitol's BS and logically would want to like make things better for the entire country. So, with his great mind, like the Capitol can't touch him. I guess that's also what gave him confidence, but at the same time, I feel like there's a bit of hubris involved in there because in his thinking that the Capitol is thinks of him as too valuable. I guess he didn't see how shrewd the Capitol can be, and so what happened in the book happened. It's just so. Okay, so where do we start? We start with chapter one, and there is by this time by the when the book starts, Haymitch is 16 years old. He has a brother who is 6 years younger than him, 10 years old. He has his mom is still with them, and his dad had apparently died in a local coal mining accident, a coal fire to be specific. Although there were rumors that his dad supposedly seditious, a rebel. Yeah, Heart the Hubris for Hell Rings, yes. That his dad is supposed to be like this sort of rebel, and so the coal mine fire was supposed to not be an accident. And I just thought that that actually like is something that um okay, how do I don't even know like if I should jump forward, but definitely that was foreshadowing. That was already foreshadowing. I didn't realize until I reached the end of the book. It was like, oh my god. But anyway, um, so Haymitch actually has a girlfriend named Lenore Dove, who is Covey. To those who have watched or read the book Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes, the Covey are a group of musicians, unrelated mostly to each other, but they consider each other family and they look out for each other. Um, yeah, lots of parallels with Katniss from the start. Exactly, exactly. Um, so Haymitch and Lenore Dove are a thing. Very, very much in love, you know. Teen, they're very much teenage love, but I feel like it's definitely they were really like really so deeply, deeply, deeply in love. And was in the bar scene in Mockingjay Part One. Thanks, Marco. I'm gonna have to look at that because I do plan to watch them, rewatch the movies now that I he claims and other people say too. Maybe we'll find out his real name in the like credits section or something. Anyway, so um I don't know if I'm gonna be telling this story or whatnot, but I'm just gonna look at the notes that my cousin gave me, that my cousin Julius gave me. So, initially I had thought that, oh, okay, just like everyone else, Hamish was just picked. His name was just picked from the reaping bowl or something, or the box or whatever it was that the names are drawn from, and that he was very unlucky. But that is actually not the case. There was another boy who was um picked out, but that boy ran away and got shot, and a lot of stuff happened, which ended with Haymitch being pulled up to the stage to take over the boy's place, mostly because he got himself involved in um, with some peacekeepers while the chaos was going on. Um, but I really so did not expect that Haymitch was just if like if I think about it, if Haymitch had not tried to save his girlfriend, he wouldn't have been in the Hunger Games. But it's impossible to see Haymitch not trying to save his girlfriend Lenore. So, especially with all the history that they have, of course, I really cannot see it going any other way that other than Haymitch really trying to save Lenore. But then after that, there were also mentions of Peter Millark's father. There was even Haymitch was apparently friends with. Okay, I could be wrong about this, but Haymitch was apparently friends with Katniss's dad, Burdick Evergene. I believe it was. I believe it was, and also Katniss's mom. I believe. Hello, Arya Lee. Welcome to the live stream. Again, this is a spoiler talk with Gwendy. Sunrise on the Reaping. We're talking spoilers, and I'm just checking the notes my cousin gave me, cause she loves to take notes. Yeah. Oh, they're BFFs. So, guys, here I love Hunger Games, but I'm not like too entrenched in the fandom. And so I'm pretty sure those who are really entrenched in the fandom know a lot more than I do. So you are very much welcome to correct me. You are very much welcome to, give information. So that way we can make sure that everything I'm talking about is at least true, somewhat true. Yeah. Burdick and Esther were so cool to see to be actual characters. Yeah. So apparently, yeah, Burdick Everdeen is BFFs with Haymitch's dad. Haymitch, and Burdick is of course Katniss's dad, and Astrid March is. I didn't know that Katniss's mom was named Astrid. That's Astrid is Katniss's mom, right? I think at least. Oh my god, I love this series, Arya. I love this series so much. I read the first trilogy. I have the first trilogy hardbound books. I'm thinking of buying like once the whole thing is complete. I'm thinking of buying like the whole set with a specialty covers or something. So, um, okay, I can't really remember 100%, but I do seem to recall that there was a mention of Macy Lee Donner in the book Hunger Games, the very first Hunger Games book. In the movie, it was different. Katniss just got the pin directly from the marketplace, and then with the book, I forgot how she got it from the book. I got it in the book, but it was originally owned by Macy Lee Donner, and Macy Lee Donner is of course one of the girls who was reaped from District 12 and brought to the capital as one of the four tributes of District 12. Julia, hello. My cousin Julia is here. I'm reading through your notes, Julia. So I'm just going to like go through this one by one. And again, guys, uh she got it from Melis. Oh, right. I haven't read the books in Maisie Lee's niece. Ah, I see. Like I haven't read the books in such a long time, so like not Madge. Okay, thank you. Hubby just gave me Coke, so
Coke vanilla.
or a soda rather. Hi, baby. My son is home. Hi, baby. European in a book, but in the movie, Katniss got it from the Hob. Right, the Hob.
Some water.
Here's the water.
Thank you. Open it, mommy.
Please.
Please.
Here you go. Hold on. My son is back home. Okay. Let me see. Also, Millark mentioned, and then, of course, we got the first major character return in Plutarch Heavensby. And at this point, Plutarch is not yet like a game maker. He is a, I think he was a part of the propaganda as a videographer and director at the same time. Not a videographer, rather more like a director. So I guess that's one way to get into becoming a game maker. So right away, us who have already seen the movies and read the previous books, we know that Plutarch is going to eventually.
Hi, mommy.
Hi, baby. Plutarch is eventually going to be part of the rebellion, but in the book, it was like in the beginning, it's a bit hazy on whether or not he is part of the rebellion. So it's more like, hold on, you guys. Can you turn this on for him, please? So it's more like we have to think, okay, is he really on our side? Is he on the side of the capital? It's very vague. Like you want to believe. It's kind of like you want to believe. Like your mind is telling you, no, he's part of the rebellion. He's part of the rebellion. And then when you're reading or when you're listening, you're just like, is he really? Game maker requirement: make a good show. Yeah.
He's on his own side.
I forgot the plot in the movie. Oh, I'm really excited for the movie though. I don't know who they're gonna cast. Like, there's only been like casting rumors, but I haven't like really gotten into it. Anyway,
Rumors.
no, later we're talking about Sunrise and the Reaping Hunger Games. No talking about anything else. Well, we can't talk about anything else later on.
We can.
Yeah, but not right now.
Yeah, we can't. I'm not saying anything.
I know what you're trying to say. My hubby is like trying to. I know a hubby is trying to say about a Plutarch book would be interesting. Yeah, yeah. Like we get to see what's inside the capital and.
Isn't the actor that played Plutarch?
Yeah. Unfortunately, he died. He died. He Philip Seymour Hoffman is no longer with us, as is who was that man who played President Snow? Donald Sutherland. So I'm fairly certain that either they're gonna cast another older actor who looks like him to play Snow, or
Kiefer Sutherland.
Kiefer Sutherland,
Yeah, his son.
the son. I never really thought about that. That's an interesting casting choice.
K is for key.
Mm,
K is for key.
yeah.
Not go play by yourself. Oh,
So,
it's ready.
The Kiefer Sutherland would make actually a good choice, because in my head I was thinking, oh, maybe they would cast the young Snow and then they'll just do a lot of makeup to make him look like older Donald Sutherland. Cast Woody Harrelson with a wig. No,
There is
no,
another one who can play
no.
Snow.
Who?
His other son.
Who?
I forgot his name.
Anyway, so apparently Donald Sutherland has another son,
Lower your voice.
and Kiefer Sutherland is a popular choice. Oh, really? I did not know that.
Okay.
Oh, I haven't read The Giver yet. Like, I haven't really had the time to read. Like, right now, the only things I'm quote unquote listening to or reading is, of course, Sunrise on the Reaping and the Hurricane Wars trilogy. So that's a romantasy, but that's for another time. Okay, let me see what are the other things in. Excuse me, Julia's notes.
Yay!
Oh my gosh. So there's a lot of. Oh my god, these are a lot of notes. Like down to the district, the chosen district, not the chosen, the reaped district children. Hi, very Dululu. You're not very late. We're just basically just discussing and stuff with no clear. I am really referring to your notes with no clear direction. So let me see. There's also some references of Katniss, the swamp potato. Let's see. Your anime is probably reviewed episodes of how we ever in detail each character's. Thank you, J Dog. Thank you so much, J Dog.
Happy bananas.
Okay. Also, oh my god, this is one of the best scenes ever, chapter 9. So chapter 9, we actually get to see Snow come in, and Snow just came in from poisoning one of the I don't know if it was a game maker or something, but he poisoned somebody, and he also of course poisoned himself in the process, and he was puking and stuff. And Haymitch was told by Plutarch to get some milk to help with the, I guess, wash down the poison or something or whatever. And Haymitch, instead of giving the milk, he went to the refrigerator or something, and then he got the milk, and he was like, he drank the entire pitcher basically. Oh my gosh, I hope Haymitch didn't have diarrhea afterwards. But Julia and I were talking about it, and I'm like, I there was at one point wherein I really thought that Haymitch was gonna spit in the milk and not drink all the milk.
I was thinking he was going to pee. It was going to pee on the milk.
Josh Hutchinson was for the interviewer. I put a heart on the allied districts. Ah, okay. Yeah, he just chugged the milk. It was funny though, but towards the end it's not funny anymore. Oh right, the parade master. Snow poisoned the parade master, not a game maker. Um, but then Snow also starts recalling some stuff about District 12 and the Covey, and Haymitch is like, how come he knows so much about District 12? So it's like, we already get like a glimpse of what we have seen in Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. And also, Effie Trinket. Effie Trinket makes an appearance. And she is like, I guess, borderline cameo. I almost, because even though she does have her own little tiny plot point, where she does become a plot device, um, you could actually replace her with another character and it didn't really matter. But I'm so happy that Suzanne decided to add Effie in, because I do love Effie. As you can tell by my hair. Not really. Oh my god, Ampert. Like, when he was first introduced, Ampert, I was like, Ampert? Amp. Hertz. That's like electricity and frequency. And I'm like, Ampert. Why is his name so scientific? Is he related to BT? And then when they started talking about a guy, his father, and saying that the guy with potatoes, my immediate thought was, oh shoot! I remember in Dexter's laboratory that you can actually make a lamp out of a potato by connecting it with wires and everything. Is his dad BT? And it turns out his dad really is BT, and I'm like, oh no, he has to mentor his own son, and it would lead to his son's inevitable death, because of course we know that only Haymitch makes it out alive. Spoilers without context. Have you heard the song Squirrel? Oh no, Julia. That was so heartbreaking, the way Ampert went out. And I feel like, I'm right. Potatoes are bad. I feel like Ampert knew that his chances were slim. He knew that his chances were very slim. So that's why he went with the rebel plot. Because yes, guys, there is a rebel plot that happened in the games. Okay, Gabrielle. So there is a rebel plot that was completely removed from the video archives that Katniss and Pizza saw back in Catching Fire. So part of the people who were part of the plan, at least outwardly part of the plan, was BT, Ampert, and of course Haymitch. They got Haymitch into it, and there's Plutarch. If you get into the clues, and I'm not gonna even begin to explain exactly what happened to the plot, or to the rebel plot, but it basically involved kabooming the arena, or destroying the arena by kabooming the brain of the computer that's controlling the arena. Let me see what else is here in the notes. Oh my god. This is really already very far. So, also, if you notice the plants that are surrounding me right now, that's because the arena setting is a meadow with a lot of flowers. It looks so beautiful, it's so alluring, but everything is poisonous. So, if you think about it, Snow never really got over Lucy Gray. There's That's why he also mentioned that keeps on mentioning something about beauty. There's about something beautiful, and then it's dangerous to you. So everything in the meadow is beautiful, but it's poisonous. You know, everything, not even the water, could kill you. So Hamish was almost died from drinking the water, and a lot of tributes did die. Not a lot, maybe a couple of tributes did die from ingesting poisonous fruits and drinking from the poison water. Um, so there were 48 tributes, and oh yeah, there's just so many deaths. Snow had a bad situationship and makes everyone's problem. Yes. Um. So Haymitch also had like a team initially. Like in Catching Fire, we only see him like this lone guy, but apparently he really was supposed to be part of a team. But after the whole rebel plot, he decided that, oh, I need to leave the team, or the alliance, because of course he didn't want to put anyone else in danger. Uh, Unfortunately, the plans did not fall through. As we know from Catching Fire, he did eventually reach the end of the meadow, wherein he figured out that the force field if you throw something in the force field, it will throw it right back at you, which he then used to kill the career girl named, I forgot her name. The career girl, because the career girl threw her axe at him, and the axe bounced from the force field and ricocheted back to her and hit her in the head, while Haymitch was for
Videos. These are
spoiler alert for a bit of gore, clutching his guts in. Okay, basically. Um, and it was alluded to in Catching Fire, or in the original Silka, right? Thank you. Let's see. I almost think Snow made sure Hamish lived to make him an example. Yes. There was actually Julia actually shared some TikToks with me that the theory was during the time that Hamish was in solitary confinement in the apartment of the the tributes, he was only fed milk and rolls. Hold on. No. So he was only given milk and rolls to eat. In my head, um, I told Julia that I initially thought that there was some antidote in the milk to help him, so that way he won't be affected by any poison. But some people have suggested that he was actually being poisoned by that milk little by little. So that by the time that part of Lenore Dove came in, he wouldn't be poisoned if he accidentally ingested one of the gumdrops, which is, oh my god, I'm so sad. I'm so sad. Hold on, let me just drink some water. Or soda, rather. I have a question. As someone who wants to get into books, can someone tell me in what arrangement to read the books? I just hope there's audio. There's a lot of audiobooks. The audiobooks is available in Audible. And Julia already answered. The Hunger Games series starts with Hunger Games, Catching Fire, and the Mockingjay, and then the current prequel series has The Battle of Songbirds and Snakes, and then Sunrise on the Reaping. Always, you have to start with the original trilogy first before you go with the prequels. You're sad about the ending. You're gonna make it our problem on your next animatic. Yes, indeed I am. Because it was heavily implied in Catching Fire, or rather in all of the books, the original books, that Haymitch lost everyone he loved, hence the whole drinking problem that he had. And his unfortunately after he won the Hunger Games, Snow obviously could not forgive him for being part of the rebel plot. So a punishment was done. And by that punishment, his mom and his brother were trapped inside their house and burned alive. He know um Hamish knows it was arson. It's obviously arson. Um it couldn't have been an accident. Which is why I mentioned earlier that his dad was supposedly was rumored to have died also by arson. So Hamish lost all his direct family through fire, which is oof. How many books are there so far? There are 5. I love that every District 12 tribute made Snow look like an idiot. Yeah. Oh my gosh, the ghost of Lucy Gray will continue to haunt you, Snow. Um. Also, let's mention Effie Trinket again because she was the one who brought in the clothes that helped at least make the District 12 people decent and, in fact, very presentable during the Hunger Games. If it wasn't for Effie, they would have been left with just wearing coal miners' outfits. Uh, okay, where were we? Yeah, we were already talking deaths. Who do you guys think is like the worst death? Like in my head, the worst death is Ampert. Ampert's death was the worst in the games for now. Unless you guys have like um counter argument to that, because I feel like shh, baby, no, no. Because I feel like the
Alcohol. Alcohol. That's good, huh?
I feel like the beheading the beheading of hey Jotaro. Unfortunately, this is very spoiler stream. Um, yeah, the Magno stylist guy, the reptile guy, the toad licker is so disgusting. But yeah, Ambert's death. Oh my gosh, that is so. I mean, I'm already trying to see like I don't I'm not I can already visualize rather. I can already visualize how they're gonna do it in the movies, and it's not a pretty sight, and my stomach is just churning just thinking about it. Um, and it's just like I keep wondering though how many mutations are gonna be included. How many mutations are gonna be included if they're? Of course, they're gonna include Ampert's mutations, the squirrels. They're gonna include Macy Lee's mutations, the birds. So I don't know if they're gonna include the Holly. I feel like the Holly scene with the labyrinth of sorts. I feel like that can be done away with in the movies. And then what other mutations were there? The butterflies. I feel like might be done away with. I don't know, but the bats maybe. Wait, the bats are in essential. Hold on. Just 5 books. I mean, it's not a lot. Oh my god, 15 books. Kaya, Gab, kaya. Hi, Azella. The porcupine, yeah, that can actually be done away with, I feel like. Um, it's not a super essential scene, right? It's not a super essential scene. We could just have that particular death scene be at a different time. Uh, but yeah, the holly, I really don't think. Yeah, the birds are essential. They have to be there, unfortunately. I'm so sad about Macy Lee, but I think the one that had it the easiest the easiest because it was a swift death. I wouldn't say it was a swift because she was starving. Welly was starving. So she did suffer a very long time. She was already on the brink of death before she was essentially she got like a swift end through decapitation. It's still not good. Oh my god, why am I laughing about this? It's still not good, but it's still like not as terrible as the death of Ampert. And I can't even imagine BT watching that, having to watch that. And there was a mention of like BT. I think Hamish mentioned that. Oh, I probably would have unalived myself if that happened to me. But then BT couldn't even do it because, of course, his wife is pregnant. He still has a wife, and his wife is pregnant. Butterflies, ladybugs, I think will be included. I saw promo materials for. Oh, really? Interesting. Interesting. I personally do away with ladybugs though. I feel like. Um. And then there was mention of Lucy Gray. There, the Covey have their own plot of like funeral plots away from the District 12 funeral plots, and what you call this? Lucy Gray, I feel like it's just a memorial. Uh, it's just a memorial thing. She's not really there. She's not really her body's not really there. It's just that she may have been missing for such a long time, and eventually the Covey decided, okay, we have to like put a grave for her because we think she's dead. Um, what did you miss? A lot. Let me see. But this is a very spoiler heavy stream, so like if you haven't read the book, or if you're planning to read the book, this new baby probably went into the games too once old enough for this rebellion. Oh my gosh, I did not even think about that, Sunny Rays. That is highly possible. That would have been the 72nd Hunger Game. No, not the 72nd. The 62nd Hunger Games. That would have been the 62nd Hunger Games. And we don't even hear about BT having children by the time Katniss rolls in. So, now I am doubly sad. That's just sad. Also, so going back to Snow's revenge on Haymitch for being part of a rebel plot. Mags was also tortured because they suspected her of being part of it. Wyrus was also there. Wyrus and Mags were the mentors given to Haymitch. So Wyrus and Mags were tortured. And, I think Wyrus already had a tendency to have a very frail, unfortunately, frail mental fortitude. Who else? I feel like BT is not physically punished because he is way too important to the capital, so they would be punishing his family. Oh, BT. And then let's see. So Haymitch went back. His mom and his brother were burned alive. Probably locked up in their house by the peacekeepers, and then the house was burned. So he thought he would at least be able to reunite with Lenore Dove. But unfortunately, Lenore Dove ended up getting poisoned by the gumdrops that she thought were from Haymitch. But it's not, unfortunately. It's obviously from Snow. Another thing I noticed is that, I'll probably just leave it until the animatic, because I did make an animatic. A very sad animatic. which will be premiering in an hour, but I will show it to you guys in just a little bit. Excuse me. Uh, there's just so many notes. So, yeah, yeah. Haymitch's mom and Sid, his little brother, were found. Their bodies were found still clutching each other. They were holding each other. Mom probably trying to protect her son as best as she could, even in death. It's just so sad. Uh, thankfully there was an epilogue, so we did get to see a little bit of what Haymitch is like in the future. He unfortunately doesn't believe he's gonna live long because of all the damage done to his liver by all those years of drinking. Think about it, 25 years of drinking. So yeah, it's it's a very sad book, but at the same time, it's very timely because I think the main theme is about propaganda, about how you have to question you actually have to question everything. Um, Suzanne Collins has this thing about not really wanting to write unless it's timely, and I feel like it's very timely right now, not just for one country but for the entire world, especially with the advent of AI. I feel like this is a warning about AI and fake news and misinformation, because that's exactly what happened to Haymitch. His videos, the in the Hunger Games, were heavily doctored to change the narrative essentially. So yeah. Let me see what else. I'm not sure what else to say. It's just that I love Suzanne Collins. I've loved her since the very first Hunger Games. I have been loving all of the books. I don't think I will be getting off the Hunger Games train anytime soon. Oh my god, what a horrible thing to say! I don't think I'll be getting off the Hunger Games train anytime soon. What I'm saying is that I don't think I'll stop reading the Hunger Games series anytime soon. Yeah, you can feel Suzanne's anger in this one, and I love it so much. Yes, exactly. So let's just hope that not necessarily the epilogue, but a new chapter in the story that is the world will have better endings, not just for us, but for the generations to come. Because even though this is fiction, it does have um, some little bits of, not just little bits, but it does have a reflection of reality. And it's just a sad time right now across the entire world. Anyway, I am now going to show you guys what I have recently made, which is a animatic, a very short animatic, just 30 seconds long. Do you think there would be a next book? I feel like there would be a next book. But the question is, whose story is going to be told? Julia and I actually discussed this because there was a theory going around in TikTok, wherein the logos of all the original Hunger Games had meanings, right? Like first is the Mockingjay pin, the original Mockingjay pin with the arrow, and it's encased in a circle. And it's clutching an arrow. And then in Catching Fire, it spreads its wings, but it's still in the circle. It's still essentially in the arena. But finally, in the final books, the Mockingjay breaks away from the arena, So there's no more arena. There's no more. It's not encased in a circle anymore. So there's an ongoing theme there. And if we're gonna apply that same logic to the prequels of Hunger Games, so what we first saw with Ballads of Songbirds and Snakes is that it's also encased in a circle, the arena, and there is the snake, and there is the bird, and there it's all in a circle. In the second book, which is Sunrise on the Reaping, there's a snake, there's a bird, they're still interconnected, they're almost in a circle, but there is already an open section in the circle. There's an open section. And in that open section, if you think about it, in the arena, Haymitch actually managed to blow up a section of the arena. I don't know if you're catching my drift, or if I'm wearing my tinfoil hat, or if I'm the Lulu, but I feel like there's an ongoing theme there. So I feel like for the third, maybe if this is gonna be a trilogy, and maybe if there's gonna be a third one for these prequels, it's either it might be that the snake and the bird will be this time completely separate. Going with that theme, I don't know. I honestly don't know whose story can be told. Because if that's the case, I feel like it would still be very much necessary that there should be at least somebody going into the games. A lot of people have been wanting Phoenix's story. I feel like that's a good one. There's people who also want Joanna's story, which I feel is also a good one. Or maybe we can have like an omnibus of stories from different characters' perspectives of the different times that they were in the Hunger Games or part of the Hunger Games. Maybe. But then it's all interconnected. Covey versus Capital in every symbol. Yes. So I don't know. I'm still trying to grasp, like, or it could be that we finally see a Hunger Games wherein the protagonist dies in the end. But then again, of course, it's all up to Suzanne Collins. If she feels whatever is timely, that would make for a good reflection of our society, I feel like she can definitely continue to give us these bangers of a story. Hold on. Let me just go ahead and get the video right now. Be prepared because this is gonna be painful. Don't say I didn't warn ya. Okay, hold on. Yeah, Game Maker POV, Plutarch. That would also be nice. But yeah, someone has to be going to the games. Okay. I am gonna show you this to you guys right now.
Goodbye, goodbye, goodbye. You were bigger than the whole sky. You were more than just a short time. And I've got a lot to pine about. I've got a lot to live without.
You can't leave me, because I love you like all fire.
Therapy bills. I just finished. That's pretty much it. That's pretty much it for this. That's pretty much it for the animatic, though. I'm not gonna like add anything more to it. But that still depends though. Like if there's demand for it, who knows? Who knows? Maybe. Um, Initially, I had thought about. May tabang. Initially, I had thought about doing like longer stuff. I might still like certain sections of the book, but I feel like this will already encompasses a lot of the um feelings and emotions that I have actually felt. Let me just show you guys one more time.
Goodbye, goodbye, goodbye. You were bigger than the whole sky. You were more than just a short time. And I've got a lot to pine about. I've got a lot to live without.
You can't leave me, because I love you like all fire.
We should have been you.
I just noticed something. Like in the final, and not just I just noticed something. I like. Okay, fine. I noticed this back when I was doing the colors. Um, when there are two times that Haymitch and Lenore did their final goodbye. And that was during the train, which we saw in the animatic, and their final goodbye as Lenore dies in Haymitch's arms. During their goodbye in the train, Lenore was wearing an apple red dress, and she dies by red colored gumdrops, like tiny little apples. Poison apple. So yeah, I am creating emotional trauma again. But I'm sharing the trauma, because I'm Suzanne Collins. She traumatized me. She traumatized a lot of us. Oh my gosh. But yeah, there's still very much a lot to unpack. I feel like what I'm gonna do later on today is I am actually going to watch the Hunger Games movies over and all over again, all four of the Hunger Games movies over again, and then I'll probably listen to Sunrise on the Reaping as I work on some of my other animatics, which are still currently in work in progress mode. You're unsafe with Gwendy if we share the same fame fandoms with her. So anyway, you guys, thank you so much for joining me in this spoiler talk with Gwendy, Sunrise on the Reaping. There might be more spoiler talks, because this used to be Spoiler Talk Fridays where we talked about epic spoilers, but now we're just gonna be talking about spoilers for any media that I recently consumed. So for right now, we have Sunrise on the Reaping. We might have some more in the future. Thank you so much, guys, for joining me. Julia, thank you so much for sharing your notes with me. Is the movies accurate with the books? It's fairly accurate. Fairly. There's a lot more detail with the books, of course, but it has to be condensed in the movies. It doesn't really deviate so much. And then also, Suzanne Collins also writes the scripts, and if not writing the script, she at least still has help. She helps a lot with it. But yeah, they're very good adaptations. So anyway, this is it for now, you guys. Thank you so much for joining me in this spoiler talk with Gwendy live stream, and I will see you when I see you. Bye for now, you guys. Bye bye.